guys. So I know it's been, I don't know, almost 3 weeks since the last video. Sorry about that. I just like couldn't think of anything to film, and even though I bought some stuff like more lotion and stuff, I didn't really think it'd be interesting to see all these hauls because I have so many hauls in a row. But I think I have a good video for you guys today. So actually I got my hands on some of the Eau de Juice line. I think in a previous haul I showed that I got the extra concentrated one, but since then I've picked up 3 more, and I have all 4 that are available now at Walmart, if that makes sense. So this is going to be my overview of the Eau de Juice line. I don't have 2, I believe, that were released. There's a white one called Love Unfiltered, and then there's an orange one called Good Energy, and I don't think they sell those anymore, and or they're just not at Walmart, so I don't have those. But let's just get started. Oh, by the way, I have the mist and not the perfumes because the perfumes are still affordable. They're around like $24, $25, but the mists are only $8 or like $7.90 something. Like, so I decided to go for the mist instead. So the first one I already talked about in the haul, so like I'll try to make it short, but it's called Extra Concentrated, and it looks like I haven't used it, and I have used it, just like not as much, if that makes sense. Maybe only a couple times. So this has top notes of champagne and apple, middle notes of praline, and base note of patchouli and amber. And I will say, when I first smelled this, like, I don't know what I said in my haul, but I think I said it smelled good, but it was like hard to recognize individual notes. Like, it's hard to recognize individual notes, but once I know that there's apple in the notes, I can recognize like a green apple smell, if that makes sense. So it's like when you have something on the tip of your tongue and then someone says the word you were looking for, you're like, oh yeah, it's that word. It's like that, but with the green apple. So if I didn't know, it would just kind of smell like a sparkly, fresh, bright, sweet scent. It's really nice. I like it, and I'll continue to use it. One thing about the whole line though is that all of them have a really strong alcohol smell when you first spray them, especially if you spray really close to your skin and it like kind of pulls up on your skin. And I just think that's the nature of mist. Oh, and it doesn't last very long. None of these do. So these are on the lower end of mist longevity, I would say. I think only lasts like 30 minutes, but I don't mind because they're so cheap, and I can like switch out my scent if I wanted to. Okay, sorry if that was loud. The next one is the blue one, and this one is called 100% Chilled. I think this one is my favorite one, I think. So this one has top notes of red berries and bergamot, middle note of coconut milk and orange blossom, and base notes of cashmere wood, musk, and sandalwood. So this actually reminded me of something when I first tried it out, but I couldn't put my finger on what it was. But the more I thought about it, it reminds me of Tease from Victoria's Secret. I don't have that perfume, but I've tested it a lot of times, and that perfume reminds a lot of people of Viva La Juicy. So when I smell it, I sprayed it on my hand here, so I'll just... Yeah, it's already fading here. Like, you can kind of smell it, but that's just to tell you that the longevity is like ass. But it definitely does smell like Victoria's Secret Tease. Yeah, nothing more to say about that. Sometimes I get the coconut water or like the coconut notes, but I really have to think about it to pull it out, if that makes sense. If I smelled this and I didn't know there was coconut in it, I'd probably never, you know, like catch that there's coconut in this, if that makes sense. So that's probably my favorite one. The next one I have is Beach Please. So just off the name, I thought this would have a lot of coconut in it, and I was correct. So this one, I couldn't find like top, middle, base notes. I just could find 3 notes that this was made with, and I found pineapple juice, coconut water, and whipped vanilla. So I think I have this right here. Yeah, okay. So the very first thing you get with Beach Please is a very strong coconut note, like much stronger than the blue one, the 100% Chilled. And I think that makes sense. It's supposed to be a beachy scent, and but there is like an underlying like juicy kind of sweet scent, and it's like a canned pineapple, not like a fresh pineapple, but a canned pineapple, if that makes sense. Something like super sickly sweet, something that has a lot of sugar in it. It smells nice. I would say this one lasts a little bit longer than the other three, maybe like an hour or an hour and a half as opposed to 30 minutes. It's a nice scent. I really do like coconut, sunscreeny, beachy scents, but I don't know if I'm like getting over that. Like I still like them, but I'm not as like crazy about them as I used to be, if that makes sense. So that's Beach Please. And the last one I have is Pure Sugar. So this one, you know, is the pink packaging. It has top notes of wild strawberry and pink grapefruit, middle notes of pink pepper and plum blossom, sorry guys, and base notes of praline and jasmine sambac. And right off the bat, I will tell you, this one smells like Ariana Grande Cloud if it had, you know, more berries in it, more strawberries to be exact. And I know what you guys are thinking. That sounds like Burberry Her, and you would be correct. This smells like a marriage between Burberry Her and Ariana Grande Cloud, and I already know that those are supposed to be like dupes of each other / dupes of Baccarat Rouge. But I don't know. I don't know if I've said this before, but out of all like the Baccarat Rouge vibe, like medicinal vibe dupes and everything, all those benzo and heavy fragrances, I actually like Burberry Her the best. So this reminds me more of Her than it does of Cloud, but if you already have one of those Baccarat Rouge type vibe fragrances, I don't think you need this, but also it might be nice to have in your purse as like a touch-up because it's like a body mist if you don't want to use such an expensive fragrance. Like, I don't know, people say Ariana Grande Cloud is like an affordable like dupe, but it's still like in the 40s or 50s, right, when you buy it. That's still a lot of money to spend on smelly water, so this is a nice like touch-up. Oh, and also I got this from my friend for Christmas, and he rounded out my little collection here, so I just thought I'd mention that, I guess. So just a brief overview. Should I show them all again? Why not? I hope it doesn't make too much noise. Of course, these are all plastic packaging. I think even the Eau de Parfums are plastic, but those are a little bit harder plastic, if that makes sense. This is kind of like I don't know if you can see, but I can kind of bend the plastic. It's still strong, but it's not as like a durable plastic as the actual perfumes would be. All of them longevity is pretty sucky. I would say in order from best to worst is this purple one, Beach Please, then the extra concentrated, then I'm not really sure about these. I think these are so similar that it doesn't really matter, but at the end of the day, that's like 30 minutes versus like 1 hour 30 minutes, so you know, it's just a mist performance really. And my favorite scent is the 100% chilled. I think that's what I said. It's like the dupe, I guess, of Tease. So yeah, that's my overview on that. I think the packaging is super pretty and cute. I think I mentioned that before. I think if you're like into ASMR or whatever, it makes like nice tapping sounds. It feels nice to hold. It's big but not too big. And since it's plastic, you can just throw it in your bag and not worry about it. So yeah, I think these are really cool, especially for like younger crowd, if you have like a daughter or a younger sister, or even if you just want something cheap to freshen up during the day, like after the gym or, you know, after going to the park or something. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll try to get more videos out this year. I know like I didn't film anything this break, but I'm gonna try. So thank you, bye.